So we talk about autosomal dominant inheritance, autosomal recessive inheritance. Now let's take a look on the disorders that actually caused by genes that are found on the chromosome X, on the X chromosome. So those disorders atau diseases, we actually call it X-linked disorder. So this X is actually referring to X chromosome X. So X-linked human genetic disorders are much more common in males than in females, since because males only have one copy of that X chromosome, and therefore one copy of any X-linked genes, whatever allele the male inherits for an X-linked gene will be expressed. Okay, so male dia cuma ada satu copy of X chromosome, but female dia ada dua copy of X chromosome. Kalau satu ni macam defective atau ada abnormal gene, then tak apa, boleh di cover oleh lagi satu X chromosome, but not for male because the other chromosome is actually the Y chromosome. An example of this is the blood clotting disorder, which is hemophilia. Women who are heterozygous for hemophilia, they are carriers and they usually don't display any symptoms. But sons, anak lelaki of these women have 50% chance of having hemophilia. Sebab kan satu alih dapat daripada satu alih dapat daripada mak, satu alih dapat daripada ayah. So kalau if the male, anak lelaki mestilah dapat Y chromosome daripada ayah, so the X chromosome must come from the mom. So 50% chances of having hemophilia. So daughters have little chance of having hemophilia unless the father also has it, and will instead have a 50% chance of being a carrier. So anak lelaki 50% chance of ada that trait, ada hemophilia. Anak perempuan pula 50% chances of being a carrier. Okay, maksudnya kalau dia carrier, dia boleh pass down that trait to anak lelaki dia pula. Some people think that a recessive X-linked trait will show up more often in women because they have two X chromosome. So this is wrong. Just because dia ada two X chromosome doesn't mean dia akan lebih affected. Women are less likely to express recessive X-linked traits because there is a potential for a good allele, for the good for the good X allele to mask the bad ones. Okay, so but on the other hand, if the male receives the bad X chromosome from his mom, he has no chance of getting the good allele from his dad sebab dia dapat the Y allele from dia punya ayah. Now, let's look into X-linked recessive inheritance. Because males have only one X chromosome, any male that inherits any X-linked recessive disease allele will be affected by it. Therefore, X-linked recessive inheritance, in this kind of mode of inheritance, males tend to be affected more frequently than females. So tak macam autosomal where they are equally affected, maksudnya ada 50 chances untuk female, untuk daughter untuk ada that trait or affected by the disease, and 50% chances for the male to be affected by the disease. Tapi untuk X-linked, males lagi ada higher chances to be affected by the disease. Okay, but it's not usually the case lah. Kita cuma nak cakap commonly macam tu. So if you look here, male is affected. Usually we can determine if the pattern, the mode of inheritance or the pattern of the inheritance is not X-linked recessive if we see the presence of an affected daughter from unaffected parents. Okay. because this is because the daughter would have had to inherit that one X chromosome from her father, so he would have been affected in the X-linked recessive juga. Now this diagram yang you tengok kat depan ni, this shows the inheritance for color blindness punya trait. Blindness. Color blindness. Okay, so color blindness, it's a recessive, and it can be X-linked trait. The allele for normal vision is dominant, so normal vision is obviously dominant. So recessive would be colorblind lah. Neither in generation 1, okay, nak khatam ni. So in generation 1, neither parent has the trait. So you tengok tak ada, it's not colored, filled with black color inside. So these parents, they don't have this trait, but we don't know whether they are carriers or not. But one of the children, tengok dekat 2, 3, this child, he sebab dia petak, he is colorblind. Remember, petak male, round circle is female, because these they are unaffected. So ni adalah normal unaffected parents, so it can be assumed that the trait is recessive. So let's say that sebab dia colorblind kan, so kita guna B untuk normal vision, big B for normal vision, small b for colorblind. So this person, this child, dia adalah homozygous recessive. Okay, so now kita boleh tahu this one also homozygous recessive, this person also homozygous recessive, right? But then again, how do this child actually get to be homozygous recessive? One of the parents, both of the parents must have at least one recessive allele. Okay, kena ada. Kalau tak, macam mana dia boleh bagi kat anak dia? Kalau dia tak, kalau ni semua adalah homozygous dominant, ini bukan anak betul dia. Ni mesti anak dia, anak angkat ke apa ke. Okay, right. So these parents, they are actually carrier sebab dia adalah heterozygous. Okay, so that's how you analyze an X-linked recessive inheritance pedigree. Okay, move on to the next slide. So again, males are affected more than females. Affected male will give the allele to all daughter but not to son. Sebab apa? Sebab untuk son dia bagi Y chromosome. Okay, dia cuma bagi X chromosome dekat anak perempuan dia sahaja. Okay, homozygous recessive female can arise only from cross in which the father is affected and the mother is a carrier atau affected. So female, dia akan affected daughter can only be daughters can only be affected kalau father is affected. So father must be recessive, homozygous recessive, or mom is also a recessive person atau carrier. Okay, you buatlah Punnett cross. Okay, tengok betul tak? Oops, sorry. Now, another thing about X-link punya Punnett square is that you tak boleh buat macam ni B. This is wrong. Untuk autosomal, yes. I'm going to show you a blank. Okay, Punnett square. This is important. Oops, kenapa tak keluar? Right. Okay, let me start. Now, autosomal, you memang boleh guna macam biasa, macam monohybrid cross. Kita ada macam ni. So ni betul. But untuk X-link, untuk sex link chromosome atau diseases, you kena buat X. Let's say father is affected. So father is XY, right? Satu X chromosome, satu Y chromosome. X affected. So the gene is on the X chromosome, is not on the Y chromosome, so they affected. So it's small b. Okay. Now mom is affected. Kita ambil mom affected dulu. So mom is affected. So what is the genotype for mom? Mom have 2 X chromosome and she is affected. So small b, small b. Macam tu. Kalau mom is a carrier, so dia adalah heterozygous. So X chromosome, 1 big B and 1 small b. Ini genotype. If you kena buat dalam exam, jangan buat macam ni. You buat macam ni, jawapan you akan salah. Okay. Now, okay, I nak buat, kita akan buat cross ni kat sini. Okay, tadi ayah is XBY, mom is affected juga. So kita nak tengok anak dia. Dia kata daughter dia akan affected only if bapa is affected and mom is affected. So you kena buat macam ni. Kena letak indicate the X chromosome. So you know it's kena be like this. Sama je konsep dia macam yang monohybrid cross, cuma you kena tambah X je dekat sini. So oops. Okay. So XX ni daughter. Nampak? Daughter is affected. Ni male. So both daughter and son is affected for color blindness. 100% daughter, 100% male. Male son. Okay, sons affected. Okay. Now, what if the mom is heterozygous for this gene or trait, meaning dia adalah carrier. Okay, now we have X big B, X small b, XB, X small b. I'm gonna erase. Okay, XBY. Oops. Mom is carrier. Salah baris. Now, big B, small b, small b, small b, right? X big B and Y X small b Y. So ni adalah daughters, ni adalah son. Now 50% normal daughter atau carrier daughter, 50% affected daughter. Ni dia punya percentage. Kenapa 50%? Sebab kita tengok dua ni je. Untuk daughter, kalau soalan tanya what is the percentage of daughter to be a carrier, kita ada 1/2. So 50%. What is the chances for the son to be affected by this disease? 1/2. Sorry, yang ni tak affected, yang ni 1/2. 50% juga. 50% affected son, and then 50% normal son. Saya nampak you can have a normal son. Okay, kalau mom adalah carrier. Okay, kalau soalan tanya what is the percentage for the offspring, dia tak indicate daughter ke son ke, dia cakap offspring to be affected, then only you buat per 4. Okay, siapa yang affected? 1, 2. So 2/4. So 50% offspring is affected. Okay, kalau dia tanya daughter, then you tengok daughter saja per 2. Kalau dia tanya son, you tengok ni per 2 juga. Alright. So, what are the disorder that actually exhibit this X-linked recessive inheritance? They are hemophilia, the inability of the blood to clot properly, and then Duchenne muscular dystrophy, where it causes your muscle to degenerate over time. So you punya muscle tak working, so you cannot actually move your hand, and lama-lama dia boleh affect how you punya the otot yang actually menyelaputi you punya jantung tu. So itu adalah dekat yang cover up you punya jantung tu, we have a set of lapisan, a surface of muscle. Okay, so this muscles dia yang macam mengembang dia pump you punya jantung tu. So lama-lama dia weaken up, tak ada proses pengempaman jantung, tak berlaku, darah tak mengalir, habis kat situ lah. Okay, Okay, so that's about X-linked recessive disorder.